Hi everyone, I'm Shadi and welcome to my YouTube channel. I want to make a series of videos to encourage creative writers who have the dream of being traditionally published to stay on the path. I recently signed a contract with an indie publisher from the UK called Lantana Publishing on my first picture book. And I don't have a magic formula, but I want to share my story and keep those, especially from marginalized communities who have dreams of bringing their stories to life, for audiences to see us, to stay on that path. So what happened was that I, first of all, did not give up writing. Sometimes what you really want to have out in the world isn't what actually ends up being picked up by the publishing house or by the agent. So keep on writing. As a writer, you can have multiple projects, multiple genres, and even though this was a book that got picked up, I originally started with a humor memoir. And that humor memoir was picked up by an agent, which was a surreal dream come true. And then my agent quit shortly after, and it was due to personal medical reasons. And so I was devastated for 2 years. But I didn't stop writing, and I had to let go of that baby, that humor memoir, and start writing other things. So I worked on an early chapter book. I already had been working on picture books in the past. And so keep writing. Come up with those ideas. Pick up the one that excites you the most. And even if you write a little bit every day, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, it counts for something. And I joined a local writing group and I wrote weekly with this group of folks. We shared our writing. And so for me, I needed that community. So that's my first advice to you. Keep writing and write different things. Be open to writing different things. So the second thing is that I was really grieving and it took me a long time, but I started to reach out or query to publishing houses without an agent. And I didn't know that you could do that. I thought I always had to have representation, but I didn't. So second advice is, even when you're grieving, reach out, put your work out there, and do it with publishing houses who don't require an agent. Or if you have an agent, you keep continuing to work with that agent on a different project. So while I was grieving, and I didn't feel like it at all, and I had other things going on in life as well, I put out the humor memoir and these picture books while I was writing an early chapter book out in front of about 30 or so publishing houses who took work from writers that didn't have an agent. And so do it. Keep putting it out there, even when you don't feel good, okay? And then number 3, which is just something that I did not think was going to happen at all. No light at the end of the tunnel. Number 3 is you got to be patient, because I did this in 2024 when I emailed those publishing houses without an agent, and I didn't get my interest until 2026. And, honestly, I was just continuing at that point to work on my early chapter book. I found a project that I was excited about. The humor memoir was just a side. And so I had sent out these emails to the publishing houses in 2024. And in 2026, Lantana Publishing sent me an email and said, "Is this book still available that you queried us on?" And I said, "Yes, it's available." And within a week, they sent me a publishing contract. So to sum it up, number 1, keep writing. Number 2, keep querying, even if you're grieving. And number 3, you got to be patient. All right. I don't know if this is like a magic formula. I'm just sharing from my personal experience to encourage you creative writers, especially writers of color. And thanks for tuning in. And my next video, I'll share about the journey after receiving an offer all the way to signing a contract, and talk more about the book that I have coming out in spring of 2027. Thanks for tuning in.